Okay, thanks so much for being with us here on Atlanta News First Plus. I'm Joy Lim Nakrin. Of course, I think everyone is aware that we have two huge concerts happening this weekend. Taylor Swift sold out for 3 nights. We also have the Janet Jackson concert. She is performing with Ludacris. And so we're expecting 100,000 people to descend upon Atlanta, apart from the people who already live and work here. I want to bring in a special guest who I think is going to help us navigate the potential traffic nightmares that could arise from all this. We have Natalie Dale joining us from GDOT, Georgia Department of Transportation. Thank you so much for being with us, Natalie.
Absolutely. Thank you. And you use a great word, nightmare. These are two dream concerts. So we certainly don't want to let the nightmare of traffic sort of have cast a bad shadow over what is really amazing for our city. Because our city is so world class, we have amazing events. We have these world class concerts and sporting events, but we also have world class traffic. And so part of getting this done this weekend is just making sure that all members of both fan bases know what to expect when going into that downtown area.
Absolutely, such a great point. And on that note, you guys at GDOT have been warning folks, look, we're expecting 100,000 people in the city. What do you advise everyone?
Well, let's be clear. We have had large events down in this area before. The Georgia World Congress Center campus is famous for hosting mega college football games, huge concerts, the Atlanta Falcons, the Atlanta Hawks. So these crews are used to filling these stadiums. And so, a sold out Taylor Swift concert is still the same as a sold out Falcons game. That's still the same amount of people. The complexities this weekend come when we layer two concerts on top of each other with fan bases. I myself am a fan of both, but you have two fan bases that really span many decades. You've got old, you've got young, you've got a lot of different people coming into the downtown area to enjoy these concerts. And because we have such world-class venues, you also have a lot of out-of-state people coming into these venues, so they may not have ever experienced how amazing Mercedes-Benz Stadium is, or they may not have experienced how unique State Farm Arena is as a concert venue. It's great. And so it's important that we get this message out. We certainly don't want to act like this is the first time we've ever dealt with traffic like this, but we want to get this message out just so people are aware. They give themselves time, they have a plan and a backup plan to make their experience in our city as nice as it should be.
Yeah, excellent point. I mean, what else do you think people need to consider that maybe they haven't considered?
Well, number one thing you should be considering is take MARTA. That is going to get you in and out the most efficient way. There is not going to be any parking if you don't already have parking. If you think about hopping in a ride share, an Uber or a Lyft, that car sits in traffic the same way yours does. But we know that the folks over at MARTA, we have a great partnership with them, have been working so hard to make sure that they are staffed up, to make sure that they've got great trains running, to make sure that they are at the height of their customer experience with MARTA. So we want to really encourage anyone who can, and you should, take MARTA in. That is going to give you the most stress-free way of getting in and out of this region. Now, I know that parking lots are opening now. Stadiums will be opening shortly. So if you can, get there as early as you can. If you live or work in the downtown area and you can get home and stay home, that's a great idea too, in case you're not even attending these events and you don't want to sit in the traffic. But what's unique is when we have a sporting event, typically there can be, unless there's a buzzer beater or, unless there's a last minute field goal, for the most part, fans are leaving in shifts, in a trickle. They may leave at the third quarter, the fourth quarter. But with these concerts, we are sure that everyone is staying till the last note, which just means everyone's leaving at the same time. So plan ahead for that too. Have a plan to get there and a plan B, and then a plan to get home safely.
Yeah, and I wonder, if people might consider if they have a friend that lives in the city, maybe even staying over there for the night, or a hotel room or something like that, because of the traffic and when the roads are overcrowded, I suppose it would be a safety concern. Is that right?
Well, again, Atlanta, we're not we're not immune to overcrowded roads. We see it quite a bit. And so we do what we can during large events like this. We've done this for the Super Bowl. We do this anytime there's a sold out event at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We work with our partners at MBS, at Georgia World Congress Center, to have crews, part of our traffic operations crews, on hand to watch those traffic signals in the corridor in real time. And what they can do as they have eyes on the road is change overhead message signs to give you, up-to-date messages about don't take this exit. You're not going anywhere if you take this exit. Or even to watch how the congestion moves down Northside Drive, or how much pedestrian buildup there is trying to cross over into the Georgia World Center campus, so we can make sure that crosswalks have lengthier crosswalk time to make sure that all those pedestrians can cross, or to make sure that we're making the best of our lighting capability as folks are leaving the stadium, so that you get longer green lights moving traffic out. So we'll be working like that. But again, be creative, use your options. If you have a friend who has a comfortable couch, yeah, it might be nicer to stay there. But whatever you do, always a great time to remind people that if you are drinking, you should not be driving. We want everyone to get home safely from these events. That is number one priority, is for fans to get to and from these venues safely.
Absolutely. Any final thoughts before we let you go?
No, just again, these are amazing things. And so I think it can get overshadowed by the cringe of, oh no, traffic's going to be awful. But just take a second to really admire what we can accomplish as a city, the types of musicians, the type of sporting teams, the venues that we have. We should be proud that we can bring all of these things to Atlanta. We should be proud that people want to come to Atlanta to see these things, but we should also be aware that getting to these venues can be a challenge if you're not prepared. So take this time to get prepared, use your options, take MARTA, don't drink and drive. We hope you enjoy both concerts.
That is such great advice and perspective. Thank you so much, Natalie Dale, joining us from GDOT with some of that advice for navigating the traffic with these upcoming concerts. Huge turnout. Thank you so much, Natalie.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day, and thanks so much to our viewers for joining us. Of course, we're going to keep following the latest on this here on Atlanta News First and Atlanta News First Plus. Have a good day.